Why is it that some people get everything they want in life and most people don't? Why is it some people make $1 million and other people just dream about making $1 million or winning the lottery? I had a long time to think while I was headed here to New York. There's the Empire State Building. And here's what hit me. If you want something in life, this is how you get it. The speed with which you buy into something, that's the speed with which you'll get what you want. So everybody wants $1 million. Everybody wants to live the dream. Everybody, you know, whatever it is, get into your favorite college, date or marry the person of your dreams. You got to buy in. What do I mean by the buy-in? Let me explain the buy-in. The buy-in is everything. The buy-in is what they don't teach you in school, and they should. The buy-in is a mindset and an attitude that's never. So let me explain what buying in means, because the quicker you get this concept, the quicker you're going to get what you want. This is integral to everything, especially making money. So I'm walking through New York City. 20, 30 years ago, you could have bought places for 300 grand that are selling for 3 million. Real estate makes people rich. You probably heard that from a young age, and your parents knew it, but they didn't buy in, so they didn't take action. They didn't buy in. You know, religious people would say they didn't have faith. Buying in means seeing something before other people see it. But most of it's just common sense. Internet. Jeff Bezos bought into the fact that the internet would change the world and replace regular stores like Walmart. And he bought in. Sorry, I dropped something. And he's the richest man in the world. You could have done it. Netflix. He bought into the idea that people aren't going to just, you know, go to movie theaters or video stores. They're going to download movies online. Bought it. Just think of this. People know that one idea from a book can make you $1 million. Everyone knows common sense. Business people, smart people read. Not every day necessarily. You don't have to take to extreme, but they read. Why haven't you bought in? Why don't people buy in? Is it laziness? Is it procrastination? No, it's no faith. See, to read a book, when you start the book, you're like going, is this worth my time? So you have to have faith. You have to buy in to get to the end of the book. You know? What's up, man?
Going, bro.
How are you?
Yo, listen to the hate. Don't listen to it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. New York, you always get stopped in this place. So many people packed in. To give you another example, Bill Gates didn't really buy into the concept of the internet in the 90s. The Google guys, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, they bought in. Apple bought into the internet. What's the biggest company in the world? Apple. Surpassed Microsoft. You got to buy in before other people buy in. And I can go through this list non-stop. Just think about this. People, big companies, Toys R Us, a brand that's been around 100 years. They didn't buy into the fact that people don't want to go to stores as much. They're gone. Walmart didn't buy and hasn't bought into the idea of selling online, and Amazon surpassed them. This list never goes. It never ends. You got to be able to see into the future before more people, and you do that by buying in. And you buy into simple common sense stuff. Buy real estate. Build a business online. You go on the Forbes list, all people who make real money, for the most part, own their own business or are part of an entrepreneurial venture. Common sense. Everybody, they even teach us in school, get off your butt and go do something. Don't just dream about it, do it. At some level, procrastination holds almost everybody back, but most people don't buy in. I'll get run over. They don't buy into the concept that procrastination is a killer. It destroys hopes and dreams. They kind of know, oh, I wish I didn't procrastinate, but they're not bought in. They ain't bought in. I got a friend, I just saw his blood results. He did a blood test for his health. He's been drinking a lot of soda. And I told him, man, he gained like 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds. I showed him his blood work. And I'm like, dude, you're almost diabetic. And I can see he still hasn't bought in. It's like, yeah, but I kind of like my soda and I'll be fine. But like, at what point do you have faith and you see the future? Like, I keep going down this path and there's trouble ahead. You know, when are you going to buy into the fact that if you don't have financial independence, life's tough? I don't care how much faith you have. You need money and faith. Lifting weights. You see old videos of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, that man was a beast. What did he do? He lifted weights 5 hours a day. I'm not saying you got to lift weights 5 hours a day, but the point is, has most of the world bought into the fact that you got to move your body every day? You got to push on some weight? You got to eat right? No. 60% of the United States is overweight. Not because they want to be, because they never bought in. And I'll tell you how you know when you bought in. when all of a sudden you begin to change, and you begin to move, and you begin to do stuff. That's the only sign. Everything else is BS. So in the next 12 months, buy into something. Read 12 good books in 12 months. Read books about financial future, financial independence, investing, real estate. Buy your first property. I don't care if it's small or large. Launch that venture, that online business that's been in your head for years, even if it doesn't make you $1 million or $1 billion. Create momentum. People lie, but numbers don't. People lie, but numbers don't. The number of things you bought into. Hit the gym every day, an hour a day, 45 minutes every day. Try to do it 7 days a week. You'll miss 1 or 2 due to circumstances beyond your control. But buy in. The second you buy in, your life transforms. Now, I'm not saying you get everything instantly, but the magic happens instantly. Buy into, investing some money. Don't spend everything you make. Everybody knows that. Not everybody buys in. Most people spend every dollar they make. Have faith. And I think one of the root causes of people not buying in is, and maybe you have experienced this, like you feel not confident in your own skills because the education system, your childhood, there's no more shadowing, there's no more mentoring. There's just like textbooks and like, here, listen to this lecture in class in high school and college. And so people can't buy in even if they have faith, because people need to be led. At some point, even if you're a leader, at some point somebody led you to the path. Joel Salatin was one of my mentors. Al Howell was one of my mentors. Dr. Gordon Hazard was one of my mentors. And they led me and they gave me that confidence. It was outside of the regular school system. So formal education can make you a living, but self-education can make you a fortune. And if you haven't seen, if you're somebody who doesn't have someone guiding you, mentoring you, kind of helping you along so you can buy in, I launched this project called Knowledge Society, which is everything they should have taught you in school. It's like the Netflix of like self-education, the Netflix of career courses, the Netflix of financial independence. So I'm gonna put a link. I'll put a link in the corners or in the bottom, or you can swipe up depending where you're watching this. Go check this out. Go check this out. For the price that you're spending on Netflix, I got all my buddies, people I know, entrepreneurs, to just like lay out their formula, their secret, how they're making money, how they're living a life, like the life that everybody talks about, everyone watches on TV, how they did it, how they started a restaurant, how they started a social media marketing agency, how they're selling t-shirts online, making money, how they're drop shipping, all of that. I'm gonna put a link in the corners, or you can swipe up if you're watching on, imagine if you could shadow a millionaire. Would that change our life? If you could shadow a pro athlete, if you could shadow a top entrepreneur, a top CEO, if you could shadow one of your idols, whoever it is, in sports, in music, in business, Elon Musk, like that's what Knowledge Society, this project, is about. And I was like, how much should I charge for this? Columbia University, Yale, Harvard, they're all around here in New York City. They're charging 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 a year. I'm like, that's too much, because I didn't grow up with a lot of money. What if I just charge like the price that Netflix charges? Surely almost everybody could afford that, But most people don't buy in. They buy into entertainment like Netflix, but they don't buy into investing and educating their own brain. Then they can't figure out why they don't have money in their bank account. Go to the link here, or below, or swipe up. Get in before I close the project. And I'm not saying you got to only learn from projects I'm doing, but what I am saying is, if you're a highly skeptical person, because some people are going to look at this and go, oh, is this some kind of scam? Like, college is safe, university is safe. What is this thing, this Knowledge Society, where I'm going to learn from people directly, mentors? Well, then you are not a person that bought in. I highly recommend you not go to this link. That's not even reverse psychology. That's just like common sense, man. If you throw a party and it's a good party and somebody complains about coming, just be like, don't come then. You miss out, it's your loss. This is the exact people and the exact way that I learned. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to college. I'm just saying, don't be stupid. Have some common sense. College ain't the only way to learn to make money. Mark Zuckerberg didn't go to college. Bill Gates didn't go to college. How long you got to go through the list to realize college is only one of many ways to learn? Peter Drucker in the 1960s said that they're in the information age at that time, but soon it'll be the Knowledge Society. Peter Drucker bought in. He had faith. He saw what the future of the world would be. You know, it'd be like Google. It will be having information at your fingertips, but information isn't enough. People have more information than ever, and they're still struggling more than ever. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. Part of that, a great part of that, is because it's not just about information, it's about knowledge. What's the difference between information and knowledge? Information is something you just get online. You're like browsing. How do I start a business? Knowledge is you get from some actually being hands-on in it. Mentoring and shadowing somebody. Imagine if you could shadow Elon Musk for a day. Mark Zuckerberg. You know, whoever it is, Steve Jobs when he was alive. One day with those people will give you enough knowledge. It will give you more to work with than 10 years of information gathered from lectures and textbooks. So click the link up there, down below, or swipe up. I hope you get in. If you're not interested, go do it yourself. Try.